Exhale. Beautiful. Now slide your left leg all the way back. Super. You want to rest your torso down on your shin. Extend your arms out in front of you. There you go, and begin to breathe. In through the nose and out. So pigeon pose is a great stretch because there's an external rotation that's happening through the thigh bone. Now, if there's too much pressure on your knees, then let me know, because we're going to hold this for about 2 minutes. We can either get you a prop or change the pose a little bit. Right knee over towards me more. And pull your right heel in closer towards your groin. There you go. And then lean forward.
Do I put this down?
No, we're actually going to balance you out, but you're a little tight. There you go. Yeah. So we want to have both hips even to each other. And then you could use your sweatshirt to underneath your tailbone if you'd like for some support. That's always an option. That's Bailey. Does anybody feel like they need a block? Bailey, go lay down. Come on. Go get in your bed. Get in your bed. Good girl. How many blocks do you want? Now, the idea is, in a yin class, the yin is the practice of acceptance. You close your eyes and you draw your attention inward. And you can press the tongue to the roof of your mouth. That should help you relax. So you can begin to drag the air down the back of the throat. And you can watch that breath as it goes towards your pelvic bowl. Softening the groin muscle, the hip flexors, the glutes. Into that a little bit, and I'll take some of that pressure off. There you go. Now, on the next breath, you're going to come into tabletop. You're just going to draw your right knee back. While you're in your tabletop position, we're just going to change the direction of the hip flexors. So you'll keep your right ankle in line with your left knee. You're going to slide your right knee towards the back of your mat. You're going to walk yourself forward and then rest on your forearms. There you go. It's just going to change the direction of your hip flexor. And then again, you can rest underneath the block. You can rest on your forearms. I know, right? So from here, bring this knee back more. There you go. And then walk your torso forward more. Yep. It may feel better to line your right ankle up to your left knee as well. So if you bring it back a little bit, there you go. Yep. And then keep leaning forward, leaning forward. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Just like that. That looks, yep, just like that. Yeah. And take a big breath in and a big breath out. Keep going, Cindy, you got it. You just gotta lay down on your belly. There you go, yeah. So you should feel the pressure of your left thigh bone on top of your right ankle. So it's not really like a tree pose laying down as much as it is we're using the weight of our left thigh to press into the ankle, and then the ankle is going to press into the attachment points of the quadriceps. So it may feel a little awkward because the bones of your ankle are literally pressing against the attachment points. There you go, Bernie. Here, Baldwin looks great. I'll pin her for you guys so you can see what it looks like at home. There you go. And again, if you come back to the original intention of yin, it is more of a passive practice. We're practicing acceptance, where vinyasa is about challenging ourselves. So they have a different methodology to them. Now in the next breath, we're going to go up to the IT band. So you'll back yourself into, we'll call it an awkward tabletop for lack of a better word. How's that? So you're still in the same setup. Now this time you're going to slide that right knee all the way over towards the left wrist. Extend the right leg out. There you go. Walk your hands out in front of you. So we're going to get into the IT band now. Oh, yum. Now the intensity level, if you want to make it more intense, you walk your hands over towards the right thigh and then drop them down. Try that. So let's bring your right knee, bring your right heel in a little bit and just bring your right knee towards me. There you go. See if you can get your right hip to touch the floor. There you go. Now extend your right foot towards me. There you go. You can actually bring it back a little bit. That might feel a little bit better on your body. There you go, good. And then you want to walk your forearms over towards Roger when you're ready. There you go, you look good. Good. Okay, all right, Gerlin. So Gerlin, you want to bring your right knee towards me a little bit more. So it's really a cross-lateral stretch, yeah. And then bring it a lot lower. A little bit more, good. Then extend your right leg towards me. Give me your foot and everything. Yeah, give me the whole thing. That's what I'm talking about. Bailey, go lay down. Then you're going to take your forearms and drop them down in front of you. Yep. Now work on, there's going to be an internal rotation through the left thigh bone. So you're going to turn your left thigh bone towards the floor. So see if you can get your left knee to touch the floor. Yep. And you can bring it over towards the left side of the room a little bit more. I love all your props, you guys. I'm excited for your year, Bailey. So you want to keep rotating this and then extend your left leg all the way back. Go towards the back wall. So not, yep. There you go. And if you're not sure, Cindy is doing a stellar job. Look at that alignment. Isn't that beautiful? My little yogi. So today at 12 o'clock, Sapna is going to take us through a 4-hour workshop from 12 to 4. We're just going to talk about how to create a sacred space. And yesterday, as we were going through her content, she's got some really great material. But she also talked about how you have to shift your eye to see things from a different perspective. And that any object can be considered sacred when you start to shift your perception. So there's a few spots left if you want to join us. She's also introducing samosas and mango lassi, which she's making from scratch. If you've never had that, yum. And then she has a bag of special trinkets to help you build your sacred space, whether that's a room, an altar. And then I asked her if she would do an arti, and she said yes. We're going to do it at the end of the workshop if you've never had the opportunity to experience an arti. Spending time with Sapna is very magical. I'm not sure she would like me to use that word, but that's kind of how it feels. And one more breath here. Now on your next breath, you want to bring your hands back to the mat. Pull your right heel in. Come back into tabletop. There you go. And then if you want to go into downward facing dog, you can do that to get the stretch. Or you can go to the other side, taking your right or your left knee to your left wrist. And you want to make sure that your left foot's over towards the right side. There you go, good. And then slide the right leg back. Yeah. And then you can place that block underneath your left butt cheek for a little bit more support. You just want to bring your knee over towards the left foot. There you go, good, yeah. And there's a slight internal rotation through the right thigh bone that you're looking for. It looks good. And again, take a nice deep breath in. We'll try to relax into this. So, Maria, can you bring your left knee over towards the left side of the room? There you go. That's it. That's all right. That's why we're all doing the immersion together, right? All the ways to move our body. Yesterday I was listening to Brene Brown and she's like, anxiety is stored on a cellular level. You have to move your body. I was like, tell him, Brene, tell him. just a few more breaths here. Is there anything you want to leave behind as we start to move into the next pose? And as we start to back out. Now in a vinyasa class, we do back bends like this. Yes, and the yin stretch is going to take advantage of the hip opener. The idea is you want to slide your left knee beyond your hip point. So your hips are going to go forward. There you go. Just walk those hands all the way out so your elbows are down and your hips are down. And oh, you can feel that psoas stretch. Good stuff. In through the nose and out. Put it on your hip bones. That might feel better. Yeah, there you go. Is that better? There we go. So depending upon how you naturally use your legs, if you pronate, you turn your feet inward, or if you're an external rotator, each of these poses will feel a little different than the other. You'll have one that you're like, I love this one. So the idea is, again, we're working on acceptance. And we draw that air down the back of the throat. And we allow the body to sort of process wherever it's storing the tension. to make that transition to the next pose. Again, we can check in and see if there's anything we want to leave behind. And you'll come up. Now this works the IT band. You just let your left knee slide all the way over towards the right side until your left hip is on the floor. There you go. And then if you bring this too far forward, it'll make it more difficult. So it's more important just to take your arms out in front of you, because we want to be able to roll back and forth on the femur bone, and then you'll feel more tension in some spots and less tension. And you'll bring your forearms down to the ground so that the right hip goes towards the floor. Now, what takes it into the QL is when you bring your forearms over. So this is where it's going to get into the lower back. And the QL, the quadratus lumborum, is the muscle that attaches your hip to your floating ribs. So it gets pretty tight. And then again, you just start to breathe into that tension, dragging the air down the back of the throat. So if you're not familiar with some of the traditions of yoga, the idea is to always breathe through the nose. Use the glottis so it stimulates and engages the diaphragm, which softens the muscles around your gut and helps you begin to process and relieve or release anxiety. And again, we'll make our transition to downward facing dog. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. There you go. And you're going to sit down. So maybe the best way to sit this is, again, you'll come into tabletop position, because the way you're going to sit down is you're going to sit between your heels, called one-legged fixed firm. You want to separate your feet far enough away from you. There you go. So you can sit right between your legs or your ankles, and then lie all the way back. Now, the farther your knees are apart from each other, the easier it is to go back. The closer they are together, the harder it is to go back. There you go. Take your time. It's a great quad stretch. So it's better, because I have really tight ankles and shins as well. Sometimes you just have to hang out here, and that's the stretch, and that's totally okay. And then as the joints start to soften, it just tells you that the rotation inward is tight. So the other poses where the hips were open were more comfortable for you. That's your comfort zone. And then this is where our opportunity for some shifting on an internal level could happen. You just lean back and close your eyes, draw your attention inward. Hang in there, peeps. You're doing great. There you go, Baldwin. That's great. Patience, patience, patience. Every 15 seconds, the body will soften if the mind does. So there has to be some cooperation on both parties. You're doing great. Sometimes the best part of the next pose is getting out of the current pose, right? and let's back ourselves out. If you'd like to take down dog, or if you want to stay in tabletop and just stretch your legs, you're welcome to do that as well. Whatever helps you connect with the sensations of your feet, your ankles. You're going to walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat for fire toes. Fire toes are great for waking up the soul. You got it, just like that, April. So you can leave your knees down. You can keep your knees really high. It's relative to what your comfort level is. But the idea is you do want to feel all of your toes separating from each other, so that we can start to get into the different parts of our skeletal system. You know, little tidbit, your brain is in your big toe, and your ears and your nose and your throat are all right where the demi point between those other toes are. So when you put some pressure on there, it's sort of working from the inside out. Now you can focus on balancing if you'd like. You can take the block as Katie's demonstrating and rest your knees on there. That's an option too. But the idea is we want to try to relax as much as possible, bringing the knees closer towards the floor. And if you're not breathing, you might want to find another way. Choose some other alternative. For all of 2018, I kept smashing the big toe of my right foot. So every time I do fire toes, it reminds me of that. Relax and relax. And on your next breath, we're going to follow April. You're going to bring your legs forward and come into a forward fold. So just extend your legs out. You can inhale your arms if you'd like to get a little bit more out of your side body. There you go. And then sometimes wiggling your bum as well can be very helpful as far as getting into that stretch. So you want to reach for your toes. That's what we're shooting for. And then inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Now keeping your knees bent is great. We want to get into a full body stretch. That means from the top of our head all the way to the arches of our feet. So when we bend our knees, we actually give the lower back permission to relax. So we can get more into the spinal column and get a better release of the hamstrings as well. Because now we can get into some of the attachment points and other things. Just take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now, if you have a block, you can always place the block underneath your knees for support. The other option is to sit on it. Or whatever works for you. When you're at home, you got all kinds of great props to play with. Pillows, blankets, your puppies. You guys can go to town. Straps. Forward folds are known for contemplation. Just by the direction alone, all of your attention is turned inward, with your head dropped, your eyes soft.
I can hear you loud. The story circles, it comes back around.
Now on February 5th, Friday night from 5 to 6, we're having a free live stream music event. So I'll be teaching Vinyasa, and DJ Taz is going to be playing his music. So everybody is welcome to join us. The idea is to sort of help rebuild and inspire the yoga communities. I hope you can join us. There'll be space in the building if you like to be in person. But the idea is to get everybody that's at home on Zoom. Let's blow Zoom up. If you're somebody that likes to do arm balances, handstands, like to invert, challenge your core. Tomorrow, Bettina is teaching a 3-hour workshop from 4 to 7. Come in and get your asana on. And on your next breath, let's roll onto our backs, pull our knees into our chest, and give ourselves a nice stretch. Squeeze them in pretty tight. And if you want to bring your forehead in towards the knee, well, to reinforce that back body stretch, by all means, feel free to do that. Something about really squeezing tight, starting to challenge the digestive system, the nervous system, the circulatory system. And then we'll release, going into final Savasana. If you have a blanket or something you'd like to place over you, keep the chill off, please feel free to do that. Right, folks. You want to start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Close your ankles and your wrists. We're going to roll to the right. We'll come up into a comfortable seat. Face the top of your mat. Eyes, lower eyes. We'll bring our hands to prayer at the center of the chest. I'm grateful for this new day, its beauty and its light, and a chance to begin again. May we all be freed from yesterday's limitations, and today may we be reborn. Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace. From my heart to yours, namaste. Namaste, peace. Have a great day. Have a great day, everybody at home. Bye, Heather. Bye, Trish. Everybody here says bye. There you go. Bye, Cindy. I'll see you later, sweetie. I'll see some of you this afternoon. Come with an appetite. Whoop, whoop. Peeps at home are here. I'm